Alright, so we are messing with a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a 3.6 Pentastar. Very common issue with this is the oil cooler slash filter housing assembly fails and it leaks oil all over the place. So what I've done is I've already removed the intake just so I could verify and see down in there. You got a connector here for your MAP sensor, manifold absolute pressure, your throttle body connector, and then you have a intake temp sensor. You got two hoses, one vacuum line there, and your PCV further back. That's got to come off. You've got a couple of 8mm bolts. There's one hidden down there. You got one there. You see the three here, one more right there. This one, the guy's already been in here messing with stuff, so they didn't put it back. You got these two brackets, nuts right here, 10mm, to loosen the nuts off. And then there's supposed to be one further back here, which has been taken off. And it is those two right there, one there, one further back. That bracket does need to get loosened up. Usually it's a 17mm. Follow that bracket to the back, take those off. You can leave the other side tight, or you could do it in the reverse order, either way. Then it's just a matter of lifting one side up and sliding it over. So we've got to head and disassemble this. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the way here. Alright, now we got the fuel injectors disconnected. So the next step is to remove these 8mm. It's better to use a 8mm instead of the Torx bit. That way you don't run the risk of breaking anything off. You don't have to disconnect the fuel line back there. You can if you want, but we're just going to kind of set it off to the side. So we'll go ahead and show you this process, so bear with me. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and get these 8mm.
Motion detected on the back porch.
Alright, and there's one more hiding back here. Oh, and you got two harness clips back here you got to get off. All right, so there it is there. So you can see the oil back there. Let's see if I can get a different angle. There is quite a bit of oil back there. So we're going to replace this whole assembly. So we're going to kind of get this cleaned up a little bit and get it prepped and get you in time lapse. Okay, so to remove this oil filter housing is inverted Torx number 8. Basically you're just going to take those off. I did go ahead and partially remove the coolant line there. That way it's a lot easier to get it partially off now because you need a little bit of pressure to kind of move that thing off. And then we got the connectors disconnected. So we'll go ahead and get these inverted Torx out and get you in time lapse. All right, so these inverted Torx, you've got one right there, one in the side, or you got two, one right there, and then you got two in the back, and then one more up in the front. So once you get that out, you'll need a little bit of leverage to get this thing up and out of the way. So we'll go ahead and show you this process. All right, and there she is. She's out. So we'll wait on the new one to get here. Meanwhile, we're going to go ahead and get some suction in there and get this oil and coolant and get the rest of this cleaned up and ready to get back together. All right, so we got this thing tightened down. Just got it hand tightened a little bit tighter, as well as the connectors back there, coolant lines in. So yeah, that's the process to remove and install the oil filter housing with cooler. There's multiple ways to get this from the dealer, aftermarket, or places like that. Online you can get them. Sometimes they come with both the upper gasket as well as the lower. My kit came with it, so we're going to go ahead and replace those gaskets. So we're just going to basically put everything back together in reverse order. All right, so we got everything back together, started it up, topped it off with oil, and then got it up to operating temperature the first go around. So once we let it cool back off, we will check the coolant level and call the customer. But that is the process to do the intake manifold, upper and lower, oil filter housing. And once you get that upper intake off, it also can be used to access your spark plugs and coils.